the banks are requiring more for individuals and businesses to get access to the money now, to get the green light, right? What are some key things? So let's say they got the data, but the business is not bringing in enough money, and they get the money. They get 20K, 30K, 40K. What are some turnover businesses, some good businesses that somebody can invest to kind of flip the money to make sure that they can pay the money back?
Well, that's a really good point right there. Listen, before we even get into that, one of the things that you want to make sure that you do before you go out and actually get funding for your business, you don't want to get funding for a business or just get funding and then just go out and let me just go buy a car, right? You want to make sure that you get it for things that can actually make you money, all right? So if you're going to go get funding, you can invest in things like, e-commerce, right? Use that to buy inventory, whether it's going to Costco, getting some water, and you got to have all this stuff planned out, right? Digital products. I'm a big guy on digital products, ebooks, courses. You make money in your sleep, right? It's a low startup cost. It just really just roll balls down to your actual marketing, and you can actually use your funding to pay for ads. Get people into your website. Yeah. Dang, let me see. I mean, it's a lot of them. Self-storage. I know a lot of people talking about the self-storage. You ain't got to worry about tenants. And
how about trucking? Is trucking still the wave, or it's not anymore?
So I have a lot of people in the trucking industry. A few prices is going up. I get a lot of people that are like, this isn't really working. So they try to find ways to maybe start, teaching other people how to actually get into it. Cause I'm telling you, I get it every single day. Hey, I'm in the trucking. It's not as it used to be, but it's just harder because truckers, these lenders, they want to see that you're making at least 40, 50K a month, right?
Wow.
Which is a lot, right?
Wow.
So,
okay.
I think the trucking industry has changed, but it's still you running your own business. So it's still nothing like that, I would say.
Wow. So if you're talking to the entrepreneur who has, let's say, they're the entrepreneur with 3 or 4 different businesses. For example, they got a tax service, podcast. They got a trucking service, and they got a billing. They do billing. So all 4 different names, but then they want to go to that one institution, one bank, to try to take out a loan. Is that feasible as well? You see all these income from 4 different areas.
Yeah, so basically each LLC, you can treat it as, the way I like to tell people is treat it as if it's a separate social security number. Because you can actually, one person, you can go out there and get, there's no law against it, there's nothing against it, right? You can get 4 or 5 different LLCs. You could put your first and last name, enterprises, and you could actually get, say for instance, if you are in an industry that's considered high risk, right? Say it's trucking. You could go and get funding from another LLC, and you can pretty much put it down as stated income. Because obviously, if you start a brand new business, you haven't made no money in that company yet, so it's going to go off of your stated income. And technically, you use the funding from that other company, whether it's marketing, consulting, and use that to kind of help fund the business that you're really trying to get off the ground. So you got S corps. Most people start out with LLCs, but once you start making over $1 million in the businesses, that's when people start transferring over. An important factor in there too is most people don't realize this, but you want to make sure that you're paying yourself in your business. All right, put yourself on payroll, right? That way, when the banks come to you, and all they got to do is see either 3 months of bank statements, 3 months of pay stubs. You can link with a company called Plastic with ADP. Make your revenue be consistent so that the banks are not going to so the banks do not deny you.
Got you.